In this video, you're going to see how I go from this big, bulky 3-drawer storage unit, and then the other item that you will likely recognize is this big, bulky utility or garage storage unit, or trunk storage unit technically, that I normally have filled to the brim. So we went from all of that to this. That's right, this is my kitchen, this is my garage. Let's see what I've got in them and how I downsized it. All right, kitchen is gonna be up first, so I am gonna remove the cutting board and the blanket, and then I'm gonna show you everything that I have as my kitchen now. Get a little bit of lighting in here so you guys can see me. Okay, this is not the best lighting. I apologize. It's been storming all day out there, so this is the best I can do for you. By the way, I'm Heather. Welcome to my channel, Heather's Hikes and Adventures. Or if you are not new here, welcome back. Thanks for coming again. And you probably saw my last video where I was kind of trying to tweak my newest 2-person no-build setup here in my 2017 Dodge Grand Caravan. Well, as I started trying to rearrange things and figure out initially how I was going to fit everything in here with sleeping situation for 2 instead of 1 now, it quickly became apparent to me that I was going to have to start embracing minimalism and pare things down big time. So as you saw in the beginning, I had that enormous kind of trunk storage unit that was filled to the brim of all of my garage and utility items and lesser used items. And then I had my big 3-drawer storage unit, plus my coffee and other stuff. So definitely a lot. Definitely did not have room for all of that in here with a sleeping arrangement setup that is big enough for 2 people. So I had to think about how I could downsize quickly and still have everything that I would actually need with me. So without further ado, let's get to it. I'm going to go ahead and take off the fur and the cutting board for now. Sorry, I didn't mean to whack that there. And then we are going to get started with my kitchen tote. So I'm going to bring you down here with me so you can get a better look. But this is basically everything consolidated that was in my 3-drawer storage unit. Well, technically 2 of the 3 drawers and then a little overflow, and then I had some things elsewhere. So I really pared down after doing some soul searching and figuring out what I've been using and what I'll be using going forward on these next trips with my daughter along with me. And this is what I came up with. Now, if you are no stranger here, you know that I don't pretend to be a minimalist or an expert at minimalism. Lots of things spark joy in me, so I have lots of decor and things around me that make me happy. But I am pretty proud of myself for the downsizing that I did do. And I think that this is still a pretty good setup to cover most needs. So I wanted to kind of go through it with you guys, thinking that it may be helpful to some of you when you are trying to figure out what you need to bring along with you, or maybe how to store it, or, you know, whatever kind of inspiration I can give, I would be thrilled with. So without further ado, let's dive right into my kitchen, shall we? Oh, I do have a little bit of a do first. I know that I sound a little rougher than normal and that I'm sweaty and look a little rougher than normal. It is hot here, but your girl has been struggling this week. The health. Let's just say I have found what a big trigger not getting enough sleep is for my condition right now, and I just need to get a couple more good nights so that I can bounce back, because my battery is almost on empty at the moment, so hence the glow, aka sweat, that you see. My raggedy braid, and yeah. All right, kitchen stuff. That's what you want to see. That's what this video is about. I have to admit, I was pretty surprised with how much I was able to fit in here because, as you can see, it's not super deep. I'll see if I can find the exact dimensions, and if I can, I'll put them on the screen. But they're pretty shallow, and I was able to get a lot of organization in here. You can see I've got my normal tea kettle that I use every trip in case I need to boil water or cook anything over a campfire. Stanley's got me covered. The OG of Stanley cups. If you know, you know. I have my spare plastic cups. I also use these to mix things like eggs, batter, stuff like that when I'm cooking, or just to have some cups, you know, to use for drinking. And that was my memento from visiting the rookery this year. So if you haven't seen that video and you want to see a bunch of baby birds, go check that out after this. All right, now we are to the Dash mini appliances. I have the egg bite maker, which I have found makes the perfect grilled cheese sandwich. The most perfect one you'll ever have. And then this baby, this has been my ride or die. I have used this for so many things. Bacon mushroom cheeseburgers, mini pizzas, quesadillas. I have tried a lot on this, and I think in my upcoming camping trip, I'm going to try to make some chocolate chip cookies for my daughter on it, so we'll see how that goes. You want to make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. All right, and then we just have some microfiber cloths. I like to use these as kind of like a substitute for paper towels, and then I'll just wash them when I get back to home base, so I always have a bunch of these stashed everywhere. I also have a few collapsible containers for leftovers that I can put in my fridge. I have this funky little silicone sponge that is antimicrobial. I do have a little small travel size, but it's in my shower bag right now. I don't know why I did that. Of the Dr. Bronner's, because I didn't want to bring my big ginormous bottle in this thing. I have these cute little adorable oven mitts for holding hot stuff. Yes, I do play sock puppets when I'm bored, or silicone mitten puppets. You get it. All right. Getting to the bottom here. Well, this should have been in my garage one, but you know, can never have too many bungees. And then I just have a couple of spare bowls, and I actually have one more plate that I need to go grab and put in there. So I have 2 bowls, 2 plates, my Joule kettle, which I can boil a higher quantity of water than with this one. I can also pop popcorn with it, and I can cook things like soups or basically liquid type foods, pastas, anything where you need to put fluid or water in there. I have made popcorn once with it, but I am going to try to do a movie night with a cool little projector that a company sent me to try. Oh, it would help if I had it on. Maybe I should edit that part out. Then again, we're real here, right? So you can see me fiddling with it on the wrong side. All right, anywho, now we get to my cute new little organizational bag. Is this not adorable or what? In the front pouch of this, I just have my rechargeable USB lighter, which is perfect for lighting my citronella candle to keep the bugs away, my incense, start fires, etc. And then my cooking scissors, which I don't know how I ever lived without. I use these so much more than I ever use a knife when I'm camping. All right, let's see what else I've got in here. Look at this superstar. So much organization. So, up here I have a bunch of plastic utensils. I have my meat thermometer to make sure that I don't give myself food poisoning at camp. Backup lighter. And My cute little bottle opener that's also a flip-flop, because Florida. And moving right along to the meat and potatoes of the storage. We have got my I need to wash that a little better. My camp fork, spoon, knife thingy. I have some extra silverware and reusable straws in here. I have my little pretty metallic utensil set in this one, complete with straw cleaner. I'll link everything that I can remember to link down below. When we get past that to the rest of the utensils, which are, you know, color coordinated to match my mini appliances. I've got a little whisk, some spatulas, some tongs, a cheese grater. Even though I can't have cheese anymore, maybe I can at least use it for my daughter. Oh, let's all take a moment for cheese, shall we? R.I.P. cheese. Okay, I've collected myself and I'm back. I have my kitchen knife, my can opener, and a spare little coaster. And that is everything that goes in that cute little bag. It fits a lot considering it's not that big. There we go. Look at that magic. All back in there nice and neat. Please ignore my feet. I just rhymed. Alright, so that was my kitchen. Now let's take a look at my garage. Sorry about that. Slash utility, miscellaneous, you know, you get it. All the other goodies. Okay. First, we have, which is falling out all over the place, my little carry bag that has the reusable tablecloth and seat covers for the picnic benches at camp so that I don't have to sit on the ickiness and that I can have a nice clean table surface. And you've seen these before, I'm sure, in my other videos, so I just have those there, especially since I'm not bringing all my other outdoor stuff like my clam and my camp table and camp chair and all that for now. Not until I get some exterior storage. I've got my car jumper. Of course, I need some backup batteries, AAA, AA, I've got them all in here. Although I've switched mostly to USB lights, I do still have some battery power stuff, and you never know when you're going to need some. I have my work gloves for like car emergencies. And then my heavy duty fire resistant gloves for campfires and that stuff. Air compressor for airing up and airing down my tires. I keep the gauge for it up by the driver's side door because that's where it's easiest for me to grab when I need it. Some Eucerin eczema relief apparently, because that seems to be a good spot for it. I guess better than the kitchen. Then I've just got some paracord. This dry bag, which I can use to collect trash at camp if there's a bunch of trash or stinky stuff that I want to put the garbage bags inside for a while to seal in the smell until I can dispose of it. I've got a few battery operated little, let's see, I think this one works, yeah. So I've got a few battery operated ones that I can hang like on my hatch if it's open or around like the line at camp. And then just a few like clamps and clippies. Some fire starters. And because I am like a little kid when it comes to fire, I have a few magic flames that change the fire all different cool colors, so I'm really hoping to surprise Addie with that at our next camping trip because I think she'll enjoy it. These I'm hoping we don't have to use, but if I have another repeat of Congaree National Park during the fireflies where I thought Florida mosquitoes were bad until I went there, if I ever have another mosquito or bug situation, we've got bug nets for our head. Yes, they are stylish. yes, they are necessary sometimes here in the Southeast. So, all right, I also have, these are a fairly new addition, but I think I've shown them before. They are, well, these are battery powered, and then one of them's rechargeable by USB. My little hazard lights. They're magnetic. They stick together. I can stick them to the outside of my car or wherever if I am ever in a situation where I want to draw attention to the fact that I am there, or that there's an emergency situation that I am assisting with. I think my enemy was laughing at the fact that I could assist other people in an emergency right now. Not nice in herself. Right now you can see we're pretty much down to the bottom. It's just bungee cords. I do have this heavy duty outdoor electrical cord. Make sure if you're going to be hooking up with an electrical cord and you're going to be using it for appliances that it is rated heavy duty enough for what you need it for. And then last but certainly not least, I think we are going to finally bring this baby out for a test spin this camping trip. Miss Thermacell. So I've got that with the little fuel cartridge it comes with, just tucked in there. And that's my garage. That is it. Are you guys proud of me and how much I downsized from all of that I started with? Two tiny containers, nice, neat, and fully contained, so I don't have to worry. That was my other purpose for wanting to get a enclosed Tupperware type situation for the garage stuff. I didn't want outside stuff like stored right up on the bed, especially if we're going to be going to multiple places, and especially with the Florida rainy season. That just sounded like a disaster to me. So, speaking of which, I think the rain is starting up again. That's my cue. Hopefully you found it helpful to see how I managed to pare down essentially 3 drawers and then 2 more cubby / drawer things that were full of stuff into just 2 small, compact, clean bins that I can just snap closed and easily tote and move around. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I don't know why I was balking at the idea of paring down for so long. I guess I just am always like, what if I need this and it's the one time I forgot it? But as long as I'm just going to be doing these 24 to 48 hour trips with my daughter for now, there's no reason for me to be prepared for a bunch of different situations. I'm using a more simple setup at the moment. I'm not, setting up the whole outdoor shebang. So it just kind of made sense to downsize everything to just what I knew we would be actually using, or in the case of the emergency stuff, so that we would still be safe and prepared. So I guess I just want to say thanks for hanging out with me while I finish getting all my stuff together and ready to hit the road with my daughter for our second, hopefully successful camping adventure. Stay tuned for that, and why don't you check out what YouTube thinks you want to watch next. Till then, bye-bye for now.